Hi everyone, this is Sweetie from SweetieSweeps.com, and I want to show you how you can use your autofill feature on your iPad to make it easier for you to fill out entry forms on the web. Okay, so the first step we need to do is turn it on, and you're going to look for the contacts icon. It's a standard icon feature that comes with the iPad. You're going to click on contacts, and you'll see that I have a contact already added in here. Of course, I'm not using my real address, so don't try to go to 123 Main Street, Anytown, and find me. So what you would do is you would add a new contact, and there's a plus sign at the bottom there. You would click on it, and then you would fill it out. But since I've already filled it out, I'm going to show you how you can also edit it. So I would click this one here is the second one I'm using. There's an edit button at the bottom, so I'm going to click edit, and then it comes up in the format where I can actually type. So when you type, you click or you press your finger into this field, first name, last name, whatever field you want, and the keyboard comes up. Just so you know, anytime you want to get the keyboard to go away, you just press this button at the bottom right, and the keyboard goes away, and you press into the field again and the keyboard will appear. I can use my finger and scroll up and down, and you see I've just made up an address. I filled out my name. You want to fill out your first and last name, your real phone number, your real email address. You should always have an email address separate if you're going to be entering sweepstakes or filling out for freebies or offers from your personal. That's what I suggest. You need your address, city, state, and zip, the country, and then there's one other thing I suggest that you put is birth date. So I'm going to press this button. It says add field, and then I'm going to scroll through this list. There's birthday there, and then it gives you this little dial, which makes it really easy. So I'm just going to pick an address. I was born December 9th, somewhere here. I'll give you my real age. 1960. So then it puts it into this field, and then I can just press here anywhere, and it will then close that, and then I can hit done at the top. So I hit done. So what I've done is I filled out the contact. That's the first step. Then I go hit the button over here, go back to the main screen. Then I'm going to press the settings button, and then what you want to do is look for Safari. So Safari is the default browser in the iPad that most people use. Of course, you can use other ones, but then the autofill is not going to work. So you press the Safari, you'll see this option up here. We're just going to be working with the autofill. So I'm pressing the autofill option, and then you want to turn it on. It's off, and then to turn it on, you just press the little button there with your finger. It turns it on. Then you press My Info, and then if you have a bunch of contacts, then you can pick whichever one you want. This was the second one I made up, and now that it's on, and it's going to be using that contact information I made for myself. You can also have it remember your passwords if you want, and you can also clear them. So that's the second step. Made the contact. We're changing the settings to turn the to use my contact information in the Safari. I'm gonna press this button. Go back. Now we're going to open up Safari. And let's see, I already have the Women's Day sweepstakes up. And what I'm going to do is pick one. So I'm going to click on this, and then you would, of course, you would go to any sweepstakes or entry form that you want to use autofill for. And this would work, if you're filling out any type of form, not just a sweepstakes. Scroll up, press your finger to activate the form. Then you'll see right over here, let's see if I can zoom in, there's a button that says autofill. So I just press it, and voila, it fills out the form. But what it's done is because we've made a contact and we've told it to use that contact information. I can press the keyboard button over the far right to get rid of the keyboard if I want, and scroll up. And anything that it doesn't fill out, if there's something else that it requires, then you would have to manually put that in there. But you'll see that it put the birth date in there as well. It's a little blurry. So when I zoom in. So you can see it kind of put it in an odd format. It put the year first and then the month and then the date. So if you wanted to, you could press in there, you hit the delete, and then press the number key right there, and then I could do, you know, whatever format I wanted to if I didn't like what they gave me. Okay, it's still filling in 09. Whoops, hold on. It's not cooperating. Sometimes it does its auto correct and you have to press the X. Okay, and then I turn the keyboard off, and now here these are where it's going to put us on the mailing list, and the check mark's already there. You just press in there to take those off if you don't want to be on their email list, and then you just hit submit. So that's as simple as it was. Of course, it's telling me please include a valid US zip code. I just made one up. So I really don't want to submit this because this is not really my address, but that's as easy as it is. You just press in there, use that autofill button, and it's just as simple as that. When you're on the road, or maybe you don't even have a computer and you want to, you want an iPad and you want to use it, this is how you do it. So the 3 steps are, remember, fill out your contact information, use the settings button, and then change the Safari option to use the contact information, and then go back to Safari and then then fill out your entry forms. So this is how you use your iPad and the autofill feature.